Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over an NBA game for Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking these games, you'll have to join my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at the Dallas Mavericks versus the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns are aiming for their 10th straight victory in a row. We'll see if there's numbers for it. The way that I have my setup here is I have my daily numbers on this side of the screen, what I call my date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. For example, up top here is the away team. So I have their coach's record, their season record, and any other type of notes that I want to add to it. In the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams, all-time, regular season, and specifically for this season. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, any type of win or losing streak that they're on, coach's record, any notes like that. So, some notes like that as I stutter my intro. So these two guys, Suns and Mavericks, they play each other back to back, but they have a day separation. So these two are playing each other again on Friday. They have Thursday off, and then they play each other again on Friday. So we're gonna try and figure out if we can hit the series or not. These back-to-back games. So we'll start with the Suns first, and then we'll start with then we'll end with the Mavericks. So I'll go over why the home team could potentially win this game, and then why I think the Mavericks, the away team, could potentially win this game. So starting with the home team, the Suns. One thing that could go in the Suns' favor for this particular game is getting their 10th win in a row. They can get their 10th win in a row. They come into this game sitting on 10 wins for the season. They could potentially get their 10th win in a row, and then they would become 1-0, like 10 head-to-head against the Mavericks for this season in their first head-to-head matchup for this season, potentially. What this would also do is potentially set the Suns up to get their 11th win in a row on Friday when they play each other again. And I say that because the number 11 sums to 63 and it sums to 99. And if Suns beat the Mavericks in this game and get their 10th win in a row, and then it potentially sets them up to get their 11th win in a row for the season, which just so happens would be against Mavericks again on Friday. Number 11 sums to 63 and 99. The Suns would not only get their 98th win all-time head-to-head against Mavericks, but they could potentially pick up their 99th all-time head-to-head win against Mavericks as they get their 11th win in a row for the season. And as they do that, their coach would be sitting on 63 regular season losses as a coach for Suns for these two games. And again, 11 sums to 63 and 99. That would be if the Suns not only win this game, but then they would also have to win the next game against the Mavericks on Friday for that 11, 99, and 63 to play out, because they need to get that 98th and then their 99th, and then the Suns coach would sit on that 63 for both games. But what could support it would be 10th win in a row. They become 1-0 head-to-head against Mavericks. If we look to date numerology on Friday, Friday has 71 date numerology on the Gregorian. Mathematically speaking, 71 is the 20th prime number. So if the Suns were to win this game and on Friday, they would become 2-0 head-to-head against the Mavericks for the season, like 20. On a day with 71 date numerology, the 20th prime. And then you can throw in the 11 theory, getting their 11th win in a row, getting their 99th all-time head-to-head, as the Suns coach sits on that 63. It would also be a day with 35 date numerology on the Gregorian on Friday. And if Mavericks lose this game, they would become 3-4 on the road, potentially setting them up to become 3-5, like 35 on a day with 35 date numerology. 71 date numerology, the 20th prime. Suns could potentially become 2-0. And so that's more of like a future projection. Something that would support the Mavericks becoming 3-4, like 34, 4-away record in the first game. Heading into the second game is the first game on the 17th, Wednesday. It's the 13th day of the ninth month, like 139. And 139 is the 34th prime number. Mavericks could become 3-4, like 34 on the road with a loss. And so that would be relatively my Suns version if they were to win. For the Mavericks, if we look at the Mavericks, if they were going to win, we can use the number 10 against the Suns. The Suns are looking for their 10th win in a row, but we can just say the Suns would sit on 10 wins for the season as Mavericks get their 10th win for the season. As Mavericks become 1-0 head-to-head against the Suns, like 10 for the season. We can use that number against the Suns. Also, on the Hebrew religious, there's 104 date numerology. It is the 13th day of the ninth month, like 139, the 34th prime. Mavericks could become 3-4 on the road, like 34. But it does have 104 date numerology. And Mavericks could become 10-4, like 104. As Suns become 10-4, like 104. It being both their 14th game for the season, obviously, if they're going to be 10-4. But 14, if you spell it out, also sums to 104. So it could be a 14-104 thing going on there. Added in with the 10 going against the Suns instead of in their favor with the 10 wins in a row. Now the Mavericks and the Suns, they play each other 3 times this season. 2 of them are back-to-back, one on Friday. I have a feeling that Mavericks are going to win at least one of these 3 games. Is it going to be this first game? Is it going to be the second game on Friday? Or is it going to be the third game? Or is it going to be all 3? I don't know. We'll find out. That's what we're looking at here for this first 2 games. But I feel like they're going to win at least one of them. And I say that because if the Mavericks do win at least one of the 3 head-to-head matches against the Suns for the season, they will be picking up their 75th regular season head-to-head win against the Suns. And this is the season all about the number 75, the 75th anniversary of the NBA season is what they're doing. They're making tributes, is what they said in the beginning for the season with the 75th anniversary. So I have a feeling that maybe Mavericks at least will probably get one win against the Suns, picking up their 75th regular season head-to-head win against them. We just got to figure out, is it in the first game, the second game, or the third game? But that could be added towards the 104 and the 10s and the 104 for the Suns. Also, it's the Suns coach's 553rd regular season game coaching for his career. 553 kind of looks like a 53. 553, 5-3. And the Suns could become 5-3 at home, like 53 for the season with the loss. And what else? I think that's it as of right now. It will be a day leaving 44 left in the Gregorian year on Wednesday. Mavericks coach, he can get his 193rd regular season win for his career. 193 is the 44th prime number. They can sit on that 4 losses with the win, get their 4th road win, 4-4. Maybe go that direction. If we look at the date for Friday, I don't know if I saw anything for the head-to-heads here. At least in favor of Mavericks anyway. I know there's one here for the Suns, the 99. One thing that would favor the Suns, actually, not the Mavericks, but the Suns, is if the Suns win the first game, they would sit on 74 regular season head-to-head losses against the Mavericks with the win. And on Friday, it will be the 74th day of the Hebrew civil year, so they could sit on that 74. Maybe the Mavericks get the 75th on Friday. Or maybe they don't get it in the first two games and they get it in game three. We'll just, that's what we're trying to figure out here, trying to see both sides, think of both different ways it can happen. And that's the thing with this stuff is, when you're dealing with one day, you have two sides to choose from. But when you throw in two games on two separate days, now you're making four different angles that you can, instead of just two sides, now you have four different sides. Because you have to make a scenario for the first game, one or two sides. Make a scenario for the second game, two sides. That's four sides completely. And if you try and throw in a third game, now you're at six different sides. Now you can make six different angles on how you can approach the series. And you can just confuse yourself and practically make up anything you want, honestly. And yeah, just how it kind of goes. But these are the numbers for the Mavericks and Suns game. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives you some insight, some ideas. Kind of gives you an idea of how I kind of look at games. In the last 5 days, Mavericks, or last 5 games, Mavericks are 4-1. Last 5 games, of course, Suns are 5-0. I think Luka is not going to be playing. If Luka's not playing in this game one, that could be an advantage for the Suns, obviously. But keep that in mind as well. I don't think there's any money up for it yet. Let's see here, 17. I don't think they got the number. Nope. So 5.5 open for the Suns. Now they're at a 6.5. Money. 10,000. That's got to be a typo. But yeah, minus. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see. We'll probably do the second game on Friday as well. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this information helps. Thank you for the support. Add any information that I didn't talk about below. Definitely not going to touch on everything, and I always miss stuff no matter what. It's just how it goes. Can't be perfect 100% of the time. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it.